Man United crash out of the Champions League tonight with that loss to Atletico Madrid. So I thought, what better way to discuss everything that's going on than getting on Dill's Footy Ramble off TikTok, off Twitch. You'll know him from everywhere. A description to all of his channels will be in the description down below. Thank you, Dylan, for coming on. But yeah, we're going to be recorded straight after the game, so we'll be discussing absolutely everything. So for that, please smash the like button and do subscribe, and hopefully you do enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Dylan, mate, thanks for coming on the channel. But where do we start? We've got to go straight into it. You've been to the game tonight. You've come back, and I do feel for you. Thanks again, though, for coming on, because I don't think I could do what you're doing right now. But what do you want to talk about the game itself? Talk me through it.
I've just noticed these scarves in the background in my reflection. I just got immediately angry. I want to rip them off the wall, to be honest. I don't even know where to start. Like, literally, there's so many things wrong. Like, if you wanted to just talk about the performance objectively, then I don't even know what it is. It's like any team can roll up to Old Trafford or wherever they're playing United, string like a good 3 or 4 passes together, and they'll be through. It doesn't matter if it's Atletico Madrid, PSG, Norwich, it could be literally anyone. Anyone can score against us. And then going forward, we were just blunt. It was just Sancho was way too wide. Elanga wasn't getting in behind enough. You've got Ronaldo dropping into midfield and right back and left back. It was just, we're all at sea all the time. Maguire getting dragged out. Literally, I don't even know where to start, mate. It's all so bad. Like Maguire getting dragged out of defence with the goal that was disallowed, and then 5 or 10 minutes later doing it again, and then they actually score from it. You've got Varane, one of the most experienced centre-backs in the Champions League, who's still playing. Harry Maguire, the £80 million club captain, leaving Diogo Dalot at the back post to mark 3 Atletico Madrid attackers, and you're wondering why they're scoring. It's mental. And then De Gea for the goal as well. It's not his fault, but he just stood still. Like the ball's about 2 yards to his right, and he just doesn't even make an effort to go to it. His view isn't obstructed at all. It was just really bizarre. And then from there on in, I said to the lads next to us, like, we're not getting out of this. We're not scoring. And if we do, they'll just try again and they'll just score again because they can score when they want because we're that bad. There was a few instances where they got through and the final ball wasn't quite right and it would have been 2-3, 4-0 up, really. And to play at home to a team that plays counter-attacking football and creates so little amount of chances, yet they still create more than you when you've got that much of the ball and all those attacking players on the pitch is an absolute joke. Marcus Rashford, I'd take 40 million quid for him tomorrow. If anyone wants to pay it, he can go. Bringing Juan Mata on in the Champions League last 16 game. What is that? It's 2022. He's about 39. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What point does it come to where we're bringing him on to save our season? It's absolutely beyond me. But I feel bad for Ranić. I feel like he's trying to put a plan in place. The players just either can't do it or won't do it. I think it's a mixture of the two. But yeah, just all at sea. Season's over by the 15th of March. We're not going to get top 4. And yeah, a trophyless season again. Our longest trophy drought since 1977 to 1983, which was even pre-Fergie, which is absolutely mental. And yeah, this is Manchester United now, mate. This is it. Like, why expect anything different? This is how much it sapped out of me, where a couple of years ago when I was still a bit more naive, I was about maybe 20, 21, I would have gone at that game today and thought, yes, lads, we're going to win this. We're Man United. We've got this great team. We can do something. It's Old Trafford under the lights on a Tuesday night. Anything can happen. Today, mate, I turned up and said, 1-1 if we're lucky.
Really, it's spot on, really. It was just a really odd performance. Like, when you look at it as a whole, I'm trying to reflect on it as a neutral watching it. And it just everything just seems off. Everything seems disjointed, whether it's the midfield, the defense as a unit. It doesn't look like a team. And there were points in the game when everything there was defense and there was a massive gap between them and the midfield, and then the massive gap between them and the strike force. So it just seems so disjointed. And I know you said the season's over, which I think it's quite a massive statement, but I do think it is true. And it's crazy to think a club like Man United are in this situation now. But when you're looking at it as a whole big picture, and people come back to this big picture, and we've discussed Man United rebuilds and things like that, are you positive that it can be turned around? Like, what are your thoughts on the future and things? Because that's all you can do right now. Because if we think about what's gone on this season, you kind of just could hopefully wipe the slate clean and start again, because if you keep delving into the past, it's just going to create this more toxic and negative environment, and try and find some positives in a bad situation. What are your thoughts?
I don't think it'll be easy. I mean, in terms of the season being over, to go back to that point, I genuinely think it is. And I'm not excited about a top four battle anymore anyway, mate. We could go and put a great run together, get fourth, but what's the point when all we're going to do is maybe get to the last 16 and just get binned out as soon as you face a semi-competent team? Like we are just there. We've reached a quarterfinal of the Champions League twice in the past 10 years. And both times we got battered by Bayern, we got battered by Barcelona. I've not seen Man United win the Champions League knockout game at Old Trafford. And I've had a season ticket since 2015, I think.
Jeez. It's crazy.
Literally, yeah, well, we lost today. We lost against Barcelona the last time we got to the Champions League knockouts. And then we beat PSG, but the home game we lost 2-0. Mourinho's season in the Champions League, we lost to Sevilla. It's like, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. It's not even like we're getting drawn against great teams. Atletico Madrid are an average team when it comes to this level of the Champions League. Barcelona a few years ago were nothing special. Sevilla definitely weren't. And this is the level we're at now. We're just an okay European team. But in terms of the rebuild, I can't see it happening because, like I was saying in a video earlier, Liverpool don't have the best owners in the world at all in terms of spending, how they back the team and Klopp, compared to City and Chelsea anyway.
Yeah.
But they have people, they entrust people in football in positions who have power. Liverpool's owners are very hands-off. They don't dictate like the Glazers do. They don't have their best mate in Ed Woodward or now Richard Arnold making decisions, who have no idea about football at any level, never mind running one of the biggest football clubs in the world. Whereas Liverpool have specific football directors who can decide, make big decisions, decide what manager they get in, what players they get in, what scouts they get in. Whereas at United, it seems like everyone's got these token positions like Darren Fletcher, like John Murta, like Nicky Butt before he left, where they're just you just get ex-pros in, throw a bit of money at them, make it a bit of a statement thing. But in reality, they're not doing anything. Like Darren Fletcher's our technical director. When do you see a technical director in the dugout getting booked in a Champions League game? What's that about?
That baffled me. I couldn't get my head around that. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, and you ask Ralph Rangnick, and Ralph Rangnick's a very honest person. And he said, what does Darren Fletcher do around the club? And he said, I don't know. He's not going to lie if he does know.
Yeah, because he is honest, as you said. He does say it to the point.
Yeah, and these guys have just given him a 6-month contract. Ideally, he wants to stay on beyond that, and he's got a 2-year consultancy role. So he's not going to be, if anything, he'd be the last person he'd expect to call the Glazers out or whoever's running the club out on their decisions. But, Mike Phelan has been asked, what does he do? He doesn't know. Before Michael Carrick and Kieran McKenna left, he didn't know what they did either. It's just really bizarre. And it just seems like we just give people these jobs because they played for Man United and have the United DNA. And this is another thing we need to get rid of. We need to get rid of this United DNA. It's not helping us. Like this Sir Alex Ferguson, we fight till the end, where Man United, it doesn't work anymore. You can't think like that anymore. The players we sign, everything. Not one top team in Europe anymore plays with a number 9 like Cristiano Ronaldo does. We need to bulldoze it all to the ground, get rid of all these people that are in the big positions, get Erik ten Hag in my opinion, let him get the director of football he wants, let him get in the scouting network he wants, the coaches he wants, and give him a couple of years. And you know what? If it doesn't work, say thank you very much and get another manager in. Don't do what we did with Ollie, where you see no progress apart from the first season, and then just keep him in because it might turn good one day. You don't see Chelsea do that. City wouldn't have kept hold of Pep if he didn't win the league in his second season. If Liverpool was still finishing 5th, 6th and 4th under Klopp, he wouldn't still be there. So you can't have this, we might unearth the new Sir Alex Ferguson one day, so we'll give this guy 5 years and just see what happens. You need to stop doing that. You just get a new manager in, give him a couple of years, get in the players he wants. If he doesn't succeed, see you later, because we can't afford to stagnate any longer than we have. But saying that, I expect us to go from Maurizio Pochettino, go and sign more big name players on big wages in the summer that don't really want to be here and have no interest in playing for Manchester United, and probably scrape 4th next season at a push. So that
was going to be my next question. Actually, I was going to say then, what's next for United? And is that honestly then what you think? If you're trying to be bold with your prediction, that's what you believe.
Yeah, because Pochettino is a big name. He'll be free because PSG are going to sack him. and it's the easiest option. The players apparently want him. If we're talking about the squad we've got now, he probably fits best in terms of where they play because he plays an attacking 4-2-3-1,
Yeah.
which, by the way, doesn't work anymore. Or we could get Erik Ten Hag, and you're probably going to have to pay 10, 15 million quid for because Ajax aren't going to sack him even though they went out tonight. Then you'd have to bring all the people in that he wants. You'd have to go and sign ball-playing midfielders that he wants, a ball-playing goalkeeper because De Gea can't use his feet. Do you know what I mean? What seems easier? And at the end of the day, the only goal they really care about, the Glazers and now Richard Arnold, is getting top four. So if you can do that with Pochettino with half the stress of getting Ten Hag in, there's no need to do it, is there? That's exactly what I think we'll get.
That's your new trophy.
Yeah.
Top four is a new trophy.
Yeah, that's literally it, mate. If we just get Pochettino in, we're just going to struggle. We're just going to keep finishing around fourth, maybe third one season, possibly win the odd League Cup or Europa League when they inevitably got the Champions League. And that's it. And this is a thing. We might, United fans might seem spoiled, but it's because of the owners, which is why we're held back like this, because they make all the decisions. Every single final decision in this football club goes through the Glazer family. You don't have John Murter at the top of the tree as a director of football that has his final say in all the decisions like Chelsea's that lady at Chelsea does, or like the Liverpool director who's going does, or like Leonardo does at PSG or whatever. It's all down to the Glazers, and that's why nothing will ever change. If they just give John Murter and Richard Arnold free rein and said, "Go and get who you want, lads, we trust you," they're not going to come back with Pochettino. If people want the football club to succeed and win things again, you go for Erik Ten Hag. But really, they're only bothered about the easy option, which is why they were never really bothered about Ollie not progressing it because we're finishing top four every year and they only care about the Champions League money. You'll see a theme like now we're not going to finish in the top four. We'll go and sign loads of big names and probably spend 250 million quid this summer. And then everyone will be like, go and get your Norwich scarves out. And, now you're not moaning because you signed players. It obviously appeases people for a little bit. If you go and sign Rafael Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo, or players of that ilk, if you go and get Haaland in the summer, which is highly unlikely, obviously people are going to be appeased for a short amount of time. That's just being human and reacting to things that are good. But ultimately, it's just a shadow what's to come. Like, we only ever spend money really when we finish outside the top four. And that's something you'll see. So, I expect to go and get Pochettino. We'll probably give Pogba a new deal on 500 grand a week. We'll probably go get like Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona or something like that, even though he'll probably be injured at the time. Stuff like that. That's exactly what will happen.
I get what you mean.
I'd be absolutely flabbergasted if we went and got Erik Ten Hag and went and got some good ball playing midfielders, went for the likes of a Frankie de Jong or, a goalkeeper who's good with his feet or more progressive fullbacks, because that's not how Manchester United do things. If they can get a manager in that's easier, spend less money and get the same result, then they're going to take that every time.
Yeah, it's crazy when you look at it like that. It is absolutely crazy. But thank you for coming on, mate. I do appreciate it because I know it is a difficult one. So everyone go check out Dylan's Twitch, his TikTok. The link to all of that will be in the description below. And let us know what you lot think, whether you're a Man United fan, whether you're a neutral fan, on the whole situation, because it is going to be interesting how this all unfolds throughout years to come, and even in the next couple of weeks with everything going on with new manager links and player links. But thank you guys for watching. Dylan, as I said, thanks for coming on, mate. And hopefully all things do get better for United. And I say that, and I know that means absolutely nothing, but I'm trying to be nice anyway. But thanks for coming on, mate. I do appreciate it.